Hey everybody, Max Parker here to talk about some of the games and trends to look out for in 2016. And one of the big buzzwords for the new year is virtual reality. And there are three big names to look out for. There's Oculus, Sony has their own headset coming out later this year, and also HTC. And the first headset that's going to hit the market is the Oculus Rift. You may have heard of Oculus. It had a Kickstarter campaign a couple years ago to get its feet off the ground, and then last year it was acquired by Facebook. So Facebook does own Oculus, and their headset called the Oculus Rift is coming out towards the end of March. And one of the things to consider for virtual reality is the price tag. Oculus Rift is going to retail for $599, but that's not the only price to consider. You also need a pretty beefy PC in order to run the different games that the Oculus Rift will work with. It requires a pretty solid video card, an i5 processor. You need multiple USB 3.0 ports to power the device. The entry price for virtual reality is going to be, if you need the PC and the headset, it's going to be over $1,000. So it's pretty hefty. Now, this is a pretty powerful device. It's going to be able to play a lot of different games. Basically, what the virtual reality headset does is wherever you're looking around, that's where your character is looking inside some of these games that these virtual reality headsets work with. Now, the main competitor for the Oculus Rift is going to be later this year, Sony's PlayStation VR. Now, we still don't know a lot about it. It's not going to be quite as powerful as the Oculus Rift, but it's going to try to combat that other headset with ease of use. Now, the PlayStation VR, like the name suggests, is going to be supported with every PlayStation 4 home console. So we don't know when it's going to come out yet. We just know it's going to come out this year, and we don't know what the price tag will be. But that's one to look out for. And then the third is the HTC Vive, which is going to work with PC, but we still don't know a lot about that either as far as a price tag or a release date. Now, virtual reality isn't the only thing to look out for in the new year. There's still plenty of good games to look out for that are going to be played on PC and home console without the use of a virtual reality headset. The first to look out for is Uncharted 4. This is Naughty Dog's follow-up to The Last of Us, which came out a couple years ago. And unfortunately, Uncharted 4 isn't going to have a part set in Pittsburgh like The Last of Us did, but Uncharted 4 is said to be the climax for the Uncharted series. This is the long-awaited final chapter in the Nathan Drake saga. We've seen Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 for the PlayStation 3, and this is the first one to come out on the PlayStation 4. Another game to look out for is Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V is, everybody knows the name Street Fighter. Street Fighter's been around for a long time, and it's been a long time since we've had a standalone Street Fighter game. This is going to come out for PC and PlayStation 4. So look out for Street Fighter V if you're really into the fighting genre. It's going to be one of the good games to look out for at the first half of this year. Another highly anticipated game that's coming out in the first half of this year is Far Cry Primal. Now, Far Cry 4 came out a couple years ago, and Far Cry, the series, is always about open world, usually set in a jungle, usually have a lot of guns, vehicles, you're hunting animals, you're hunting different people. Far Cry Primal is kind of a reboot of the series. Like the name suggests, it's going to take place in prehistoric times, so there aren't going to be any guns. It's just going to be bow and arrows, spears, that kind of thing. So we're really looking forward to checking out Far Cry Primal towards the end of February. So those are a few things to look out for in 2016. Be sure to keep it tuned in to thepostgazette.com. The most recent review was Resident Evil 0, which just got a remake. So check out that review if you're interested in the Resident Evil series. Thanks a lot for watching.